Hey YouTube, welcome to the back. Back. Today we're going to be checking out the Mount Chiliad Mural, which is an Easter egg developed by some YouTuber who thought it would be funny to make an Easter egg, and then it became a thing, and then everybody's like, oh, look at this, it's so amazing, and then they started making videos with clickbait thumbnails, and then it eventually just all went to shit. So today, we're going to be checking out the Mount Chiliad mural and finally solving it so that we can put an end to this 6-year search, because instead of using logic, I'm going to be using facts. I'm actually, instead of using absolutely nonsensical claims, I'm just going to be using logic and facts. That's what I meant to say. Also, I'm about to fly into Mount Chiliad. I should probably watch where I'm going. With me today, we have Unrefrigerated. He does not have a YouTube channel, unfortunately, so I can't give him a shout out, but he is a good friend of mine, so I thought, why not put him in the video? And even though he's sick today, I'm forcing him to. Well, I guess that answers the question of, is he actually going to stay in the video? Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm good. Ah, yes, the infamous Mount Chiliad mural, the thing that has caused so many players grief. Look, Dad, it's a symbol. Now, what is that symbol? This symbol here is actually of an eye. Most people think it's a sun, and here's why they think it's a sun. But before I get into that, I'm going to tell you why there are multiple theories of why this is right and wrong, and whether it's an Easter egg or not. Clearly, it is, because it's not. It's just nothing about this makes any sense. People are still trying to figure out what this is, and what that is, and what that is. This is a UFO. This is an egg, and that is a man wearing a jetpack. It is as simple as that. I can't say it enough. In fact, I've never said it before because this is my first video on it, but this is the eye, and there are multiple places where this eye will appear. First of all, look at the shape of the mural. What is this line that goes all the way up closest to the eye and then all the way back down on the other side? Well, you might be obligated to say that that's a mountain, and it most likely is, because of the little box shape on top. Maybe that's supposed to represent the building we're in currently, or just the booth at the top of the building, the mountain. And so, let me get to that right now. If most of you have watched other YouTubers, which I suppose you have because I'm a small YouTuber, and if you look this up, you probably didn't even come across this video, then you'll know that a UFO will spawn right around there when you complete your game. And what proves that is when you read this text on the back of the booth, it'll say, "Come back when your story is complete." I'm not joking, this is not photoshopped in. Like, I can't do this. Like, can I do that? No, that's literally there. And what's that underneath? If I get my sniper rifle out and zoom in, you can clearly see that that is the symbol of the eye. Now, you might be wondering, why is this an eye? How is it an eye? How do you know? Well, guess what? There is one place in the game, actually two places in the game, where the symbol appears. And another one appears there too, aka the Jetpack Man, which is why we're going there. How come you had a nice landing and I didn't? It's one hard taco. So the first thing we need to do to solve the Mount Chiliad mural is to determine what these mean and where to place them on the map, because this is actually something that you're supposed to place on the map, and the X's are supposed to lead to places. The first place that you're going to wonder about is the egg, because this is actually where the most people have an idea what this is of. The egg could be A, Paleto Bay, B, Mount Chiliad itself, C, this is a lake, the Alamo Sea, and the bunker in the water somewhere around here. Some other people think the Jetpack Man could be Fort Zancudo because of all the technology, the Altruist Camp because there is a carving in the rock, or not even a carving, it's just the rock formation, and it is similar to the Jetpack Man. The cliff formation right next to the Altruist Camp, or even just some random stuff down here. I don't even know. And last but not least, the UFO symbol could be any of the 4 UFOs. And yes, I did say 4 because there is one that has crashed in the ocean that you don't need to complete the game to see. The first one that could appear is right over the desert. The second one that could appear is right over Fort Zancudo. And the third one that appears is right over Mount Chiliad. And the fourth one that appears is in the ocean right here. Hey Paco, how you doing? The first place that we're going to go is the Jetpack Man in the Altruist Camp. Filled with naked people, people that don't use technology, which is all of them. And last but not least, a cave filled with mysteries. Now the first thing you see is a wonderful little town. It looks so nice, but when you enter it, it's a bit of a bad time. So let's not go in there. But what we're focused on is actually out of the Altruist Camp, which is good. It is this small little cave with a campfire lit inside. If you're online, you'll find a statue. If you're not online, you'll probably find a note or a alien's part. But when you look at this, you'll see symbols on the cave that resemble a sun and another sun and what looks to be another sun. But this one is actually the eye because it's the symbol of the eye. If you, that's one crispy taco. I heard that fire from a mile away. But when you read some of the words, it'll say, give thanks, praise him, and see the eye. It's the one that says see the eye that is a dead giveaway that the symbol is an eye. Thank you for moving. Now this one is yellow and is more round and resembles a sun, which throws you off, and also all the other images of suns, like this faded one right here that you can barely see because my camera sucks, this one that's red, and that one that's red. Now while I'm not paying attention to all the naked people over there, I'm going to zoom in on this rock right here, where they sacrifice people. This is literally where they sacrifice people. They drain their blood and then eat them. If you look here, you'll see the dark spot on the rock. Now, from this angle, it looks like nothing, but when seen from a different angle, it looks like the Jetpack Man. And it requires a specific time of day to see it, because it will actually fade in. So now that we can pinpoint where the Jetpack Man is, we can then try rotating the Mount Chiliad Mural 360 degrees while resizing it every time, until we find something that matches. And then, that's when I discovered, I looked at the naked people. Don't look at that part of the video, I guess. We're going to head over to Paleto Bay because I discovered something that will make your mind blow. Congratulations. Egg. No, I'm joking. This is not the actual part of the town that I wanted you to show. What I wanted to show you was the entire town itself is poultry based, which means chicken and egg. So if you go over here and just turn the corner, you see that big old building over there? It's too big to be a building. Well, guess what? That's a chicken factory. It's where they make chicken nuggets. And then guess what? Around here somewhere, there's a Cluckin' Bell, which is basically a different version of Taco Bell, and they have chicken. And guess what? There's another place in the town where there's a guy that owns chickens. There's like 5 houses that own chickens. I don't want to go to arm wrestling, no. But this entire town is just chicken based. So you would have to think, hey, chickens lay eggs. Doesn't that mean that this town has to do with something with eggs? I'm sorry, they don't put eggs in tacos. They put chicken in tacos though. You can have chicken inside you. You can eat chicken, that's fine, that's safe for you. Oh god, you're hideous up close. So, if I were to pinpoint the Altruist Camp and then match the egg up with the town of Paleto Bay, then what does that mean? It's a perfect distance apart from where the sunken UFO will spawn. So if we were to go there, then what would that do? Unfortunately, we cannot get access to a submarine, and that means we can't really see the UFO, and I'm just mad now, so I'm just gonna throw a fit. So, if these 3 things line up so perfect, the Jetpack Man's symbol, the egg place, and the UFO, then what does that mean? If the eye on the top of the Mount Chiliad mural were to meet up with something, then wouldn't that mean the eye would be located right here? Now this is the part that, oh my god, the helicopter's shutting down. Jump out, jump out! The thing that you have all been waiting for. The solution to the Mount Chiliad Mural mystery. The answer was this. Yep, guess what? It was this all along. They were leading us to this park. Yep. The eye is literally just this place. Why are you guys screaming and running? All these hippies? Yeah, these hippies also believe in what the altruists believe. To a point, but the altruists believe that the eye is... Well, the UFO that appears above this is an eye. When you fly up to 90% on regular mode, you will see the UFO. And the reason that this place is the eye is because you will see this symbol right here. The eye. Yep. No joke. That's the Mount Chiliad Mural mystery. And if you guys believe otherwise, then I do have one other solution. So this place right here, in real life, is called Salvation Probe Mountain. No, wait, no, sorry. It's in GTA, it's called Silent Probe Mountain. In real life, it's called Salvation Mountain. So Silent Probe Mountain is basically just this place where a bunch of hippies get together who believe in aliens. They painted the rock just like they did in Salvation Mountain in real life. This is basically just like the bootleg version of real life, if you haven't known that already. But the eye symbol is here. The UFO that appears above it is here. All of the X's that are around will point to things like this boardwalk right here. None of them make any sense, so that's another factor that makes me think that this theory is wrong. One of the other theories that I have that I think is right is if you look at the back of Mount Chiliad, there are what the heck? You had one job. You had one job and you messed it up. I heard an explosion and I know you failed. And on the backside of Mount Chiliad, there are a bunch of weird symbols, such as the eye with the cloud, the eye with the lightning bolt, the developer face, some other thing I forgot, but we're gonna show you what those are in a second. And really quickly, while I'm waiting for my friend and I'm being bored out of my mind, so I'm going to talk to you guys about this, is that over near Maze Bank, near the stairwell with the fountains and stuff, most people don't know what that is because they haven't explored the game so much to the point where they've seen everything, but if you no-clip into the wall, there is the picture of the cracked egg, and I'm pretty sure that's just to throw players off that try to figure this mystery out. I don't even know how somebody figured that out in the first place, but it's there. It's there to throw you off. Just ignore it. Now let's look again at the Mount Chiliad mural. If this were to be the top of Mount Chiliad, and this were to be the box that we're in right now, aka this little cable car station, then what would these X's be? If this line here is the cable car station, and that leads to Paleto Bay, or at least somewhere close to Paleto Bay, like around here, then, you know, lining it up would not be so perfect because then the UFO would just end up being right there, but we can assume that this is what the egg is. And if we were to, instead of, you know, dragging the whole thing on to over here where the mountain is, then we could like shrink it and pull it upwards. Like, let's say it's a drawer, right? Well, let's have this be the top. Let's lift it up so that the top of Mount Chiliad is right here. Now let's see what these X's mean. This X right here, this X right here, that X. First we're going to this X. If that there is the box on top of Mount Chiliad, then what would this symbol be? This symbol here would be the first X. And this is a symbol of the UFO, or a UFO, or an eye supposedly abducting something, because you can tell that that symbol below the eye is a laser beam, or an abduction beam, or whatever you like to call it. Let's go to the X that was to the left of this one. So if the previous X was right over there, and the eye is right over there, then wouldn't that mean that the next X would be somewhere over here, but a little lower? Just a tiny, tiny bit lower, you'll find this second symbol, right carved in, not carved, painted onto this rock. How did the altruists who don't use technology get up here to paint this symbol of the same eye but with a cloud underneath? Well, who knows? But on to the next one. Unfortunately, we're running out of time and I was unable to find the rest of the X's. But my point is that the Mount Chiliad mural is either indicating that the aliens will spawn directly above the camp where the mountain is, or it's a map of the backside of Mount Chiliad, and they have all the X's to symbolize that there's stuff like drawings on the back. And Paleto Bay, it has something to do with it. The UFO that's sunken has to do with it. The symbol in the rock at the Altruist camp has something to do with it. Those are the three symbols at the bottom. The eye at Mount Chiliad is either the top, or the camp over here is either the top. Please remember to like and subscribe. And here is Phaser jumping out of a helicopter, and so am I. Whee!